are live.
Jesus Christ. Take one.
Welcome to God Ween Evan, a podcast, a live multimedia event on the internet. That song was "Birthday Boy," as all of our listeners would know. Sarah Peel. That song. We'll introduce Sarah Peel in a moment. That song's called "Birthday Boy," which we've talked about a lot over the years. But that's dedicated to Evan Kaufman. His firstborn son, Rory, turned 2 today. So
unbelievable.
Happy birthday, Rory. They grow up so fast.
Happy birthday, Rory.
Happy birthday, Rory.
But more importantly, Evan is a huge letdown. not just to his 2-year-old son, Rory, his wife, Caitlin, who if you can see my name's popping up. Caitlin, I have a message for you. I don't want to say it in case Evan's listening, but I have a message for you, Caitlin. It's in the corner of my screen. Evan also disappoints us from time to time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Will.
Sarah, you should know for the last, 4 or 5 episodes, Paul has been steadily and slowly seducing Caitlin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah was there the night. There was a night that Caitlin and I vibed. It's infamous in Caitlin in our origin
Christmas
story.
Party?
Yeah, Rebecca Vigil's Christmas party. Seeds were sown, connections were made, vibrations were felt on a molecular level. Their cells moved, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Sarah. I think you saw it.
Yeah, I mean, look, Caitlin is a very compelling person to talk to. Like, you know, she kind of grabs you in a party situation.
She did grab me in a party situation. I couldn't have said it better myself. Anyways, Evan, we had an episode planned tonight that we were actually, I don't want to say too much about it because we're going to do it again. Evan, it's Rory's birthday, and I think he bit off more than he could chew. He's got a bunch of work. He like 20 minutes ago said he couldn't do it. So we did what we always do when Evan isn't around. We call him much more charming and pleasant, and just overall a sweeter disposition than Evan Kaufman. Sarah Peel.
Also just like readily available.
And
just always around.
Easy to get.
The always available Sarah Peel.
Like when Will texted me, I was like, what does he think I might have going on right now? I'm not allowed to leave my home. Like maybe
just another Zoom engagement.
Yeah, maybe you were like watching Real Housewives of LA on Zoom, like a Zoom hang.
Like I don't have anything to do. Also, like Zoom kind of like too many Zoom calls in one day stresses me out. Like I can't, it's too much. Yeah, like I can only make so many excuses on like how to get out of it eventually. Like
I saw you tweet today about telling people you have to move your bowels to get on a Zoom meeting.
Well, because there's no, like I'll be talking, like one of my sisters, this is just even for phone calls, they'll call me and we'll talk for a long time because they have nothing to do and I have nothing to do. And then I have to think of a reason to leave and I'm like, I gotta go through.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way I can get out.
Yeah, look, I had a turkey burger at lunch that's not agreeing with me.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go ahead and step out. You guys enjoy the rest of it. But no, thank you very much, Sarah, for being here. How are you, Sarah?
Thanks for having me. I'm good, you know, like everybody else. I only wear muumuus now. I've like just kind of burned all my pants. Like, who cares? Why wear pants?
Yeah, this feels familiar.
Yeah,
it's a revolutionary act to burn your pants.
But yeah, I just like I'm still in New York. I'm in Brooklyn, like wearing a mask everywhere I go.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
do you do the gloves when you go out?
To the store. Like if I'm in.
I've yet to do the gloves.
The gloves.
But I don't really go out much.
They don't really work with any of my clothes. I'll be honest. They're not really part of my color story. I feel like a crazy person. Also, I still won't. I don't want to give up sunglasses, so I just look like the Invisible Man. The like whole thing. So weird.
Yeah, I also refuse to give up sunglasses, and they fog up with my mask, so I'm just walking around CVS.
I can't see well.
Foggy glasses.
Yeah.
Will, we should acknowledge. So, Will, thank you, Sarah. Will Nunziata, how are you, buddy?
I am good. I just want to advertise this face mask, which I got on Put a Boog on It. One word. I don't know, .com or something. But she makes a lot of great face masks. And this is a Survivor thing. What do they call these? There's like a word for it. A duff. I think it's a duff is the word. But it's ridiculous.
So it just fits over your mouth.
So it's a headband.
Yeah, well, this is meant for people with smaller heads. And I have a Jagunda head.
You got a world-class noodle, Nunziata.
Yeah, I got a big noggin. But yeah, it's just it fogs up my glasses right away, and then I can't see anything when I need to go in the store. But I'm grateful for this podcast because it's an excuse to comb my hair, which is out of control. Completely. Did you shave your head, Paul?
No. I just have more than a hat. My hair is. I want to look like 1980s John Prine by the end of this thing. Is my goal.
Well, as long as you don't look like 2019 John Prine.
No, I don't want to. I would take 2019 too, just not fucking April 2020.
Somebody posted a video of John Prine from last year, like performing, and I have very little connection to him, but I found it very sad because he was so very old and playing. And like he sounded fine. He sounded like John Prine.
I think he sounded great, Will. I don't know why you're trashing the memory of John Prine.
No, I'm not.
And also,
it's
that's
just
pretty ageist. I mean,
he looks old. He's old, Will.
I know, but he was just. It makes me uncomfortable because it makes me think about growing really old. I'm just now middle old.
And at some point, you want to be put into past. You don't want to be seen on stage doing the most talented human being to ever do the thing that you do.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll remember that. When Osiris asked for us to do another reunion show at the Capitol Theater
in 2050.
Yeah.
We did talk. Was that last week, Will, or 2 weeks ago? We talked about how we want Gina and Diener to get old and play music, but for me specifically, Gina as like an old John Prine kind of guy. Like in his 70s playing. I watched, there was on ABC tonight, there was a fundraising thing for the state of New Jersey. It was on in New York too, I think, because it's the same ABC. But Tony Bennett was on there, and he's fucking old. He looks like cryogenically unfrozen Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Sarah, there's a man in your apartment.
I know. I thought only I could see him.
Hi, Robert.
I'm so relieved.
Is Robert watching or are you guys watching I was going to be sexist. Are you guys watching the MJ?
Michael Jordan? Yeah. That's actually, we watched the first episode last night. I watched that one. I told him he could go ahead and watch the next one if he went, because like I kicked him out. Basically, none of my appliances were charged, none of my devices when you guys asked me to do this. So I have to sit where I can charge my computer. And there isn't a good place to do that on our bed. So now he's sitting in the bedroom watching.
I thought you call them appliances.
I couldn't think of the word.
like a juicer.
I gotta charge the laptop appliance.
I couldn't think of the right word. I was like, what is it? It's an electronic.
My toaster oven is
I need to charge my blender.
That's I haven't started watching it yet. I know Robert's a big UNC guy.
Yeah. The first episode was good. It's I'll be interested to see. Like,
what is this that you're talking about?
Michael Jordan documentary called The Last Dance.
Yeah.
Is it on like a channel?
No, yes. Will, you have to fucking stream it.
You know what? It goes right here.
Wow, you guys are really connected.
You have to subscribe.
I don't have the cable, so I need to figure out a way to watch.
I think it's being produced by Netflix, so it'll eventually be on Netflix if it's not right now.
All right. I saw Space Jam for the first time last week.
Oh yeah.
What'd you think?
That's a piece of
rough.
Yeah. Like, did you watch it alone or?
No, I have a 4-year-old, Sarah.
I didn't know I watched it.
My goal was to make Mikey laugh, and that.
Well, like I really wanted it to be like it was 3 a.m. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, it was the only thing that looked good. Was Space Jam at 3 a.m.
Look, there are some people who would comfort watch that. Maybe I don't know.
It's a little too. I must have just missed it. Like like age-wise, I paid it in zero mind, and then watching it as a 40-year-old man was alarming.
Yeah,
he's the worst. Who is Sean Bradley? Do you remember Sean Bradley, Paul?
Yeah, Dallas Mavericks.
He's like Sarah. Do you remember Sean Bradley?
He's very
basketball
tall.
Player.
He's a Mormon. He's like an 8-foot Mormon who weighed 90 pounds, dripping wet.
Yeah. Like he is
the
skinny. Yeah, he's like the skinniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Who was his agent? How did he get in the movie?
It was his big year.
Show. He was he played. I mean, he wasn't really talented, I guess. He was just gigantic, and he was talented enough. Yeah. He made it like the NBA is like such a select group, and he was in the NBA for seasons. Like he dominated in college because he was just fucking so much taller than everyone.
Right.
And he's a Mormon, and he's got the power of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints in his back.
He played for 12 years in the NBA.
Yeah, that's the average NBA career is like 90 days. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Is it? That's not true, is it?
I mean, it's like 2 years. It's short. Like, it's like short. NFL careers are like
14 seasons. 14 seasons.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the Will Google the average NBA?
One of my favorite parts in the first episode of the documentary is President Obama is one of the people that they're just talking to different people like from Chicago. Like reporters who were covering sports when MJ like got to Chicago and things. But when it cuts to Obama, it just says Barack Obama, former Chicago resident. Like, I just thought that was good. I was like, all right, yeah.
I watched Clear and Present Danger 2 days in a row. That's like my big routine. Why?
I've never seen it.
For comfort?
Well, I watched I kind of put it. Well, I put it together over 2 days in reverse order. So like I caught the last hour, and then I caught the first hour the second day. I love that movie. There's a line that my brother and I have been quoting to each other for years. And I realized 2 days ago that we've been quoting the wrong line, which anyone who knows me knows that I often hear lyrics and everything. But I always thought the line was, so in Clear and Present Danger, it's the story of this, it's a long story. I don't have time to get into it. Wait,
who's in it?
Harrison Ford is Jack Ryan. It's the what's the guy's name who wrote all those books?
John Krasinski?
No, John Grisham. Is it Grisham?
No.
Mikey, is it Grisham?
It's
Michael, no. It's
Clayton?
Grisham.
No. Clayton.
Either way.
That's a George Clooney character.
But there's a guy at one point, he says, I always thought he said
Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy.
Thank you, Mikey.
In this one, Jack Ryan has like this almost mirror. Like this guy is Cuban and he's very handsome, similar, kind of worked in the Cuban government for years as like a wonky guy, like a defense guy. And I'm
picturing a Benjamin or Jimmy Smits.
Yeah, it's exact. So the actor, I think this is one of the few things he did, but he's very handsome. And he's
Benjamin Bratt.
He seduced. No, it's not Benjamin Bratt. It's not Benicio del Toro. Although Benicio del Toro is in the other music doc, which we maybe talked about before we were live. There's a scene though. He seduces this a secretary that works for the FBI, and at one point he calls her. And this is actually how he gets, spoiler alert, how they like figure out who he is, because he leaves a voice message. But the voicemail comes on. She's running out of the shower in a towel to go pick up the phone. The voicemail comes on like, "Hi, it's Moira. Leave him." And I always thought that he said, "Pick up the phone, Moira." But what he really says is, which is much more prescient and a better line is, "The machine is still on, Moira." And that's ultimately how the CIA tracks. They match his voice to another call because of this. Anyways, welcome to God Ween Evan.
I think Katie Hartman's coming in right now.
Oh, great.
All right.
I keep getting messages from Mikey that are private that I think are, hey, Katie.
Katie Hartman.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh, real quick, welcome, Katie. Mikey just sent me a message. Mikey, you're sending them to me privately, I think, which is great. If you want to talk shit about anybody. But we want to say hi in the chat. We have DeJen, Carl Cardigan, Mickey Alderson, Brian Costello, and Christina Dickerson.
Did everyone get their stickers that I mailed them?
Will's been mailing out. Did you really mail out stickers, Will?
I mailed out 5 envelopes of stickers this last week. Or last week.
Way to support the U.S. Postal Service.
You know
Katie
what?
Hartman, welcome.
What did I miss?
I just described the
Clear and
plot
present
of Clear and
danger?
Present Danger. with the
Oh
line.
my
We talked
God.
Space Jam, Michael Jordan, Clear
I
and
gotta
Present
go.
Danger. Bye.
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 No, we're just gonna get started and play some songs, I think. But Katie, how are you?
Yeah.
Oh, me, I am fine. David just finished a show and he may or may not join us in a bit.
Great. I hope so. I was at a
But
teaser.
I'm excited to be here with you all.
Great.
Yay.
Excellent. Yeah. So we talked a little bit about Evan and being a disappointment and all that, and we talked about my Caitlin and I's burgeoning love affair.
Glad I missed.
Yeah.
Not interested in this subplot.
Katie Hartman hates this subplot. So I think we're gonna go back to the basics of trying to get Sarah Peel to love Ween and play some songs that we think
Love
she'll
it.
love. Does anybody want to go first? I mean,
I'll go, but I feel like mine would be nice sandwiched between your guys's.
great. All right.
Ollie, you're first today.
I'm going first.
Yeah, you're going first.
I was choosing between 2 songs, so I guess I'll just.
I always feel like I should be like grouchier, like Evan. Like
get grouchy.
Yeah, can you not be yourself, Sarah? That's definitely
Yeah.
not why we booked you.
just like Evan's just like, like that face, I think a lot.
Yeah, just
You have to give yourself a wedgie and say like "suck it, Kaufman" or something. I don't know. You're never gonna be good enough. Or like,
Is that Evan in the mirror?
Wait, is he talking to himself or is that his?
I think it's his dad.
dad's voice that
It's
he's
his
hearing?
dad talking to him through the face of the bully, his 6th grade bully.
Just Evan giving himself a wedgie saying, "Suck it, Kaufman."
Yeah, and
Great.
it's his dad's voice, but through the face of a 6th grade bully.
Oh man.
Great. Okay, Sarah, I hope you like the song.
Okay, how am I supposed to do this?
I'm gonna play just a little bit of it for you, like 30 seconds, and then. Did you send her this? Oh, you don't know my song though, Will, do you? So Sarah,
Yeah, you have to just tell her the title and she can find it on
all right, it's called
Spotify.
Spoiler alert, it's called Zoloft by Ween from New Hope, Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
God damn it.
So I'll play it and then you can find it.
We're playing some smooth jams today.
Yeah, we sure are.
Yeah, they're real smooth. So
All right, so we
You're
gotta be quiet
welcome.
when Paul plays the song so we can hear it.
Okay.
You missed the preview.
Anyways, Sarah, did you find it?
I did, it's right here. I couldn't hear the preview.
You
but
missed it.
Great. So go ahead and play it, and then we'll come back. Make sure it's loud.
oh, am I playing it
We're
on?
gonna listen to it.
You're
Oh.
gonna play it for yourself, so you
We're
can't
gonna talk
hear
about
us.
So I'm not playing it to you guys.
No, you're just playing it for you.
We don't need to hear the song, Sarah. We know it.
Yeah.
I don't need your smart ass. All right. Sorry.
Remember, I didn't say that. Will do. I think you're gonna love the
Please,
song,
like-
Sarah. I hope you do. I wish you well in your journey.
Thank you.
where's the popsicles this time, Will? You finished? You done?
I had acid reflux for 2 days straight after those popsicles.
That's what you do for art.
Never again.
That's what you do
That
for
was
art.
the first time I was intoxicated for like if we call this a performance of any.
We don't call this a performance. So you've
whatever this
never-
is, whatever
you've
this
never-
art is that we're creating, this smart art.
No, art moves people. This just moves bowels.
We talked about
That counts.
how Sarah gets out of Zoom meetings. She tells the people that she has to move her bowels. That's what she said.
I believe it. Wait, look at her face. Look at her face. She's like, she's trying to show us she doesn't hate it, but actually, this is kind of amazing. I wish our whole podcast had been this.
This should be the official Zoloft music video, just Sarah Peel's face listening to
Sarah's
it.
disappearing right in front of our eyes. Her eyes are going farther and farther away from us. Soon she's gonna be like in space, like next to the moon. A little
by
speck.
the time she gets to the My song, she's gonna age like that zombie at the end of Temple of Doom. Just go Last Crusade. That just becomes like an instant death.
Oh man.
Look at her face.
She's
think
like
she's in the zone.
she's like trying to find a beat.
It's like
It looks like she's a scarecrow with the wind, but just a very slight breeze.
we have
So we had no prep time for this.
No.
We should let people know.
Yeah, no, we had a whole other episode planned, and then Evan pulled out like he should have pulled out twice.
the two times he's had sex
Just
with
kidding.
Caitlin.
It's his son's birthday today. Happy birthday, Rory!
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
Rory. Hey, Caitlin. Hey, Evan. How's your wife and my kids?
Heyo.
So we have the Ween cast is here, Will and Katie. The Ween cast is in the chat, as is my dear friend, one of my best friends of all time, Stephen Principe.
Oh, wait, but the Weencast is not listening. Just the video is on.
They're
I
just
don't have
watching the video, yeah.
which is the best part of our podcast, to be quite honest.
Who else is on? Brian Costello. Zoloft used to be my #1 bathroom break song at shows. Why, Brian? Why?
Harsh.
Why, when they play Mr. Richard Smoker, would you go to the bathroom during Zoloft?
Fair.
Yeah. Great
Yeah.
question.
That's fair.
I've never. That's not true. I usually don't pee at rock and roll shows.
Why?
I have a giant bladder, and I don't feel the need to
It's
ever
this
pee. It's like a hefty
Sack.
bag.
No, that's a bladder sack.
Yeah.
It's a.
I mean, but once you break the seal, guys, I'm in there every 20 minutes.
Oh well, that's a good good reason.
Yeah, that's
I
standard.
thought you were just like scared.
Yeah, pull that as well.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
My glasses
I
are
was-
very reflective today. Sorry about that. I'll just do my head this way. David, do you guys want David to join?
David?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he needs a minute.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. How did his show go? We should
Yeah,
promote his show.
We should. He just did his show. Should we wait till he's on?
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Okay, I think Sarah's back.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello,
Welcome
I'm back.
back.
Yeah, hi. That was fun.
Great. What did you think of that, Sarah?
I liked. I enjoyed that song.
You really looked like you were trying to enjoy it.
Wait, can all three of us do an impression of Sarah's face while listening to that song? Sarah,
Yeah.
you just watch. This is your face.
No, really. Oh no.
It's pretty funny.
So it's funny when you say, "Oh, I liked it."
Well, no, I was trying not to like distract whatever was happening.
Please distract. There's nothing
Yeah.
good happening.
I was like, I should just be quiet and listen. I don't know.
It sounds like you had a really pleasant experience.
I did. It was very nice, and it was fun because I was watching, and you guys would be like in the camera like this, but it felt kind of like ooh.
Oh yeah.
And I was
Ooh.
like, yeah, I had used some drugs, like prescription,
Yeah,
Like,
right on. Yeah,
it'd be great.
that's what it's all about.
It was very nice, and maybe it's just where I am right now. But I was like, yeah, I'm on board with this. But
Great. Yeah, context. I considered context with this one.
yeah, well done, man.
Yeah, but the two songs we should play our Happy Colored Marbles too as like a fan pick at some point.
Oh, so good.
All right, great. Well, that's any final thoughts?
I truly enjoyed it. Have
Great.
no bad things to say.
Great, excellent.
Great.
We usually ask Evan what the name of that, and you also what the name of that song was. Do you remember what the name of that song was?
She had to put it in there.
Zoloft. No.
Nailed it.
Just
How do you
'cause-
Nailed
how do
it.
you spell that?
You give me that Z. That O.
C-O-F-T.
All right, great. I feel really good about this.
Sarah, that's a lovely song to witness live because the stage lighting just drips with golden champagne all throughout the room.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's how it feels to me.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
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 Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
No, that's not a real thing. That's Annunziata. You have to go inside
Yeah.
Annunziata's brain.
That's how my brain works.
That one filter on Instagram where it's just like gold.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
it also
that's
clears
exactly
your
it.
skin.
Yeah, I've been inside Nunzi's brain. It's exactly like that.
I've also been inside Nunzi, but not his brain, and it does not look like that.
This was a still from The Simpsons, and there's a Boognish right there on The
Shit,
Simpsons.
Look at that. That's
Look
fun.
at that. That's a combo
It's
of like
just cut off, Will.
You can barely see
these
that.
worlds.
I can't.
It
I
looks like a
can't shift
maple
it.
leaf.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
It says Ween on top of it.
Well, can't see that part.
Yeah. Oh
All
well.
right, Katie. I think we got a Hartman sandwich on the docket.
Let's
tonight.
do. Let's do.
Yeah, it's all you there, Katie Hartman.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'll play
Do
it.
I have
but-
to send it to her? I don't know what's happening.
I can. If you want to send it to her, I'll play it.
I did not prep, so I mean, I
I'll
know.
send it to her. I'll
Well,
play
you
it.
can
I
just-
don't know why I wouldn't do both.
You can just tell her the name of the song. She can find it, right?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
'cause there's no secret.
Oh, all right. Well, another one-word title. It's called Object. So just Ween Object.
Yeah.
Found it. All right.
Well, I hope you enjoy, Sarah.
Do I go listen to it now?
Yeah. Wait, Paul, are you going to play a little bit?
Wait.
I'd like to get to know you better. Paste you across my body. You're just an object to me. You're just a piece of.
No, just Homer.
All right.
Sorry, Will.
Plug her in. Go listen to it.
Ooh.
Did she already start it?
We gotta watch her.
I think she's in. I think she's in.
Oh, that's so smart. What we should have been doing that this whole time.
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
so she is contemplating. Okay. All right, her head is going back.
She's
and-
in. She's feeling it.
I think Sarah really likes Ween.
I think so too. You know why? It's because she's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should bring her to a show.
Yeah.
I tried to get her to go to this last one,
I know.
but I didn't try that. I didn't try hard enough, apparently.
Well, I think it was hard. Also, remember how cold it was?
Yeah,
Sarah
Paul, and you
doesn't-
also missed night 2. This could actually, is David available?
Oh, yeah, we're starting. David's gonna come sit next to me. But
So night 2 at Terminal 5, New York City, was a fantastic piece of concert
I'm gonna,
theater.
unplug.
One of my favorite Ween shows that I've ever seen. Paul, where were you? You were in New Orleans?
I was in New Orleans where I caught coronavirus.
Oh, you think you got it there?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
David.
David.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm okay. Don't mind me. I'm going to be painting this cat while we. I finish it.
Carl,
like,
always
paint
patient.
while we talk. I was like, I mean, why not?
So David, you saw Ween for the first and second time over a weekend at Terminal 5.
Yeah.
Where were you before and where are you now?
Where was I?
No, like mentally about Ween. Spiritually.
I was totally
Emotionally.
I was unenlightened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd enjoyed all the songs I had listened to, but in a very like, that's fun kind of way. I don't think any of the songs really moved me yet. And then to see it live, in particular the second night, just was totally transformative. And I totally got it. Like it shook me to my core. I danced like I was 20 years old again. And maybe 80 pounds lighter. I've never had that much fun at a concert. And I've been to some really fun ones. And by far the most fun I've ever had at a concert. It felt spiritual. It was like a true spiritual experience.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah.
And welcome back, Sarah.
Oh.
Thank you.
Sarah, you know David Carl, right?
Yeah, David, we've met.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Sarah, what'd you think about that song?
Guys, I feel like I'm gonna be so boring this time because I don't know. I'm like, oh, that was great. Like, I'm just like, wow, that was. I mean, you know what? Though it took me on a whole journey, and it made me think of. Did you guys ever see the Ethan Hawke Great Expectations? Anyway, it felt like it should have been in that movie. I don't know.
Somebody cut that into a trailer.
Like, it worked. I was like, I don't know who's the object and who, but like, I don't know. Not Miss Havisham.
Film that should have contained Ween's object. Ethan Hawke in Great Expectation.
Guys, I ran into Ethan Hawke once at a bar, like the Brooklyn Crab, like a year ago.
Wow.
I saw him and I went, hey, because I had that thing where you're like, I know that person, like, hi. And then he was like, hey. And then I was like, oh, that's Ethan Hawke. And then I ran away.
Did you go, school?
Basically, I had on this long flowy dress and I just kind of flapped away. I was like, no.
You jump off the second story of Brooklyn Crab and fly over to New York Harbor.
Just to the Statue of Liberty. I was like, please, freedom, take me away.
Perched on Lady Liberty.
It's just that I so rarely feel my whole self blush. Like that's not a thing, but I just felt it go. I was like, the thing is, he doesn't look great. It's not like he's Ethan Hawke from the 90s. He looks like haggard as shit. I mean, still very, very.
He looks weathered. His skin.
But like, yeah, I mean, he looks like he's been through it. But I was still just like, ah! And then I just flapped on. Anyway, that's what the song reminded me of. Yeah.
Great.
90s Ethan Hawke.
I think that's a huge win, Kitty Hartman.
Yeah, I know. That's better than I could have imagined, and I good. What great.
I feel like Will is gonna ruin this by playing something insane.
I don't think
so.
so.
I don't think so either. But
unless he changes his mind.
I think that you should know that the song "Object" is about a serial killer.
Did you pick that up at all?
No. But I also tragically don't listen to lyrics until I've heard a song 17 times.
Yes.
I do.
Do you think?
It's a
do
great
you think
song.
that somewhere in your head you think Ethan Hawke
is a serial
is
killer?
a serial killer?
100%. No, I don't know.
100.
Yeah.
A honeybee, guys.
Honeybee.
100%.
And
No, I
drinking
don't think that's
too much water, you have that honeybee.
now that you say that, I mean, guys, I don't know what songs are about most of the time.
You ever hear Smash Mouth's All Star?
I mean, I assume it's about a serial killer. I don't know. Oh, whoa. Paul Rudd.
Wait, what movie is that from?
Two Pauls.
This is 40.
Two Pauls, one Ween.
Well, how do you feel about that with Paul Rudd wearing that shirt in This Is 40?
I love it. That was the movie poster. One of the movie posters for
Wow.
This Is 40. He's wearing a Ween shirt. Listen, I love anyone that spreads the Ween love around.
Yeah.
So Sarah, as you were listening, David Carl was telling us about his first experience at a Ween show.
Oh yeah, I came on
and
the
it
tail end of
moved him.
that.
And it moved him. And we want to get you to a Ween show as well.
And I really want to go to one. I think I almost got to go to the last one, maybe.
Which was the last Ween show.
I mean,
This is
concerts
dedicated
aren't
to
going to exist
Carl.
anymore, right?
Paul, you should have been a morning DJ.
Why does that sound better than any other time that we've played music? We were all talking over it. It sounded great.
Because it's gospel, Will.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
All right, great. Yeah. So David Carl, can we go back to David? What should we do? Should we play Will's or should we go back to David? I want to learn more about David Carl's experience.
Yeah, I want to know
Yeah.
more about David. We got plenty of time.
Great. Okay, so
What do you want?
just talk.
Well, I would say that I was really like just fully lost in all of it. And then one of them played a little tiny riff from the song LA Woman and kind of played it again. And then I think the other guy's like, are we going to do this? And we're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Then they played this incredible version of LA Woman that went on for what felt like a very long time the best way. And
Yeah.
I'm sitting there and I'm watching like this perfect thing happen because like they knew that everybody in that audience absolutely wanted to hear that. And then like perfect age, perfect temperament to like fully enjoy that. And they did it so well. At one point I was like, oh, we're like, I think Katie said this. Like, I think we're hearing Jim Morrison like now.
Yeah.
Like actually like channeling Morrison. I was like, yeah, you know what? That's not a crazy thing to say. Like,
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Nothing's ever made more sense.
No, I'm with you 100% because I remember my moment during that song when all of a sudden, I don't think I was putting it together. They were playing the whole song in the moment. But
Yeah.
then when the drums slowed down and then they started with the Mr. Mojo rising,
Totally.
I felt myself getting bigger
yeah.
and bigger and bigger and rising.
Yeah.
And it was the best.
No,
It was the best.
it was insane.
It was incredible.
Does anybody else have goosebumps out there?
Yeah, I have goosebumps now just talking about it. I mean, it really, it was a very inspiring event in a lot of ways that I think I needed. I think I've been really depressed for a while, partially because of Trump and everything. And it's just like that happening, like really like turned a lot around for me because it just reminded me what my body felt like when it wasn't depressed. And
Right.
lively and young and excited. And it's like, oh, I can be that way again if I want to. Like the world can still be burning and I can still like have joy in my body. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't have to, like walk around with this constant heaviness just because everything's fucked up. And then something that hit me too that night was like someone that was like standing near us like had said that like he voted for Boris Johnson and I didn't care. Like normally I would have cared. I'm like, oh man, I just didn't care. And it felt nice to not give a shit like about that.
To like have your whole evening ruined by that.
It didn't. I was like, good. You know what? Like we totally disagree politically, but we sat here next to each other and had a good time, and like that felt nice.
And then we cut his nipples off with razor blades.
Who?
He was
You
just
and the
an
Irish
object
dude
to
who
us.
voted for Boris Johnson? Who was this English man who was?
I'm not naming names.
Yeah. No, let's not. Let's
Yeah.
not name names.
His name is Colin Firth. He was there.
Colin Firth. Yeah. Paul, it was sad that you and Mike, you weren't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
no.
know. It was tough.
It was
Stacey,
frozen.
it's my fault. Stacy had got us. She had surprised me with a trip to.
No, I mean it's
But
better you went to New Orleans with your wife.
And
I don't know. It was good, but I'd been before. My friend Carl was his birthday. We hung out. I've known him he's decent, but he's
unlike Carl, who's
no, we had a great time. I really do think I caught Corona there.
Yeah, you came back so sick.
I was so sick when I got back. It was right when my doctor.
What kind of sick were you, Paul? Like with those symptoms?
My head, I couldn't get out. Like I woke up and felt like I got hit by a truck.
When I was in New Orleans, like just a few weeks after you, like we were in New Orleans the week that everything happened.
Yeah, that's right.
Like the week leading up to like them closing everything down. And I got really sick while I was there, but I thought it was food poisoning at the time. But then they've come out and said that like there are some like you can have nausea and other like things.
But you probably wouldn't have had it if you picked it up in New Orleans. You probably wouldn't have
had the symptoms, but I wonder if I had them here or like, but who knows? All I know is that it made the whole trip very eerie because I was like bedridden for like a day, like 2 days basically.
Yeah.
But in the middle of that, I felt good enough to go walk around for like an hour or two and went to this, the pharmacy museum, which is insane. It's like all of this old voodoo shit that's very cool. But I was also like very sick and it felt all very symbolic and the world was kind of melting around us. And I was like, have we tried leeches? Like I mean, that's what they had there.
What's a girl got to do to get some leeches?
But yeah, what a weird thing.
New Orleans is the kind of town too where you can catch a bad one every now and again. Like I've not. I mean, well, no, I mean like you can induce like you can do your body wrong, but you can also just like catch a bad po' boy or something and like
No, that's the second time that I have vomited violently in New Orleans. Like one was just because I drank way too much, but yeah, like wow.
Those hurricanes.
Yeah, I get you.
David, can we get an update on the cat painting?
Yeah. It's a lot of shading happening right now. It's hard to tell, but I added some texture to this side of the neck.
Who is this cat?
This huge.
It's a cat from my very good friend John Stutzman and his wife Megan. And yeah, we're almost done. I just gotta highlight the tail.
It's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, that cat's beautiful as fuck.
Yeah. So we should say. So first of all, David, thank you for sharing your. I mean, you just put into words in like talking about your every cell in your body being activated in a way that woke your brain up, up. Like what an amazing experience that was. Thank you. I love when you talk about it. I really get excited every time.
Yeah.
And also, so if you have a pet that you want painted, you should contact David Carl because he's a very talented artist. And during these difficult times, he's painting pets, cats and dogs. Do you do any other pets? Fish? Anything?
Oh yeah, I'll do whatever you got. I'll do
a fish.
Alpaca?
Fucking do a fish so good.
Do a fucking ferret, man.
David, how do they get in touch with you?
What is the best way to get? Well, my website is David Carl online, and there's a contact thing on there.
Great.
So you just
David Carl
doesn't have anything about pet portraits on there.
Yeah, but they just take my word for it. They're really good.
No, I know, but just so that
they've seen the work.
Also,
David, do you want to will you promote Trump Lear?
Yeah, absolutely. I just finished doing it from our office. I'm live streaming a show called Trump Lear. It's about a guy like me in the future who gets arrested for doing a show about Trump. And I wake up in a room. Trump says, "Do your show for me. If I like it, you live. If I don't, you die." So it's about free speech, really. And I've done it 122 times now, and 5 times I've been from our Brooklyn apartment.
Yeah, he sold out at Edinburgh Fringe twice. He's been all over the country.
It's fantastic.
And last week we had people watching from New Zealand and France and.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's cool. It's weird because it's like doing, there's like 4 really long scenes interrupted by commercial breaks, and so it's like doing like 4 very long takes of a movie, and then like you know, they say cut, and then like you can hear like what people thought at the end, right? So it's like film acting, but it's theater, but it's not. It's cool, man.
It's crazy.
It's
great.
It's fun to do something different.
And tickets are cheap. They're like $12.
They're so cheap.
And
Yeah.
you can help feed our puppy dog.
Yeah.
It's absolutely incredible. And I want to jump in. David, do you mind if I ask you a question about this?
Yeah,
You've been peeping
So-
up.
So there's a moment in Trump Lair, and I've seen it multiple times live, and I just think it's phenomenal. And where you ingest, and I'm trying to stay away from spoilers, a fast food company's food. Have you adjusted what you're eating? Is that moment still exist?
It's the same moment. It's the same exact moment.
Yep.
Not have to risk my life to go get it. I fake. I just have the wrappers, so I fake what the food is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
that moment's alive and well through COVID-19.
Yeah, it's actually exactly what I did in Scotland. It's the same.
Okay.
I prepare it and then put it in the container, but it's not the crap from the place.
Amazing, guys! Everyone out there, check this. I'm out.
Go see it. It's wonderful.
More shows this month.
Yeah.
Man, I also want that Mikey Shields act of God power to just pop in and pop out of this
everywhere.
out of this podcast. Oh my God, that's amazing. All right, let's do my song.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Sarah, I
What do they?
think you really not I don't want to say you quote unquote got off easy, but you got some really good jams today.
Yeah, you got great jams today.
That's great.
So what you're going to look for is "Stay Forever" by Ween off the album White Pepper.
I really think you're gonna love it.
In the morning sun, I couldn't tell you.
David Carl really likes this song.
I do.
I bet he does. David Carl, so Sarah, are you in? Sarah is in.
She's in.
David Carl, what do you love about this song?
It's like a sweet song. It's like it's got a sweetness to it. The vocals are what stand out to me. Without being able to listen to it right now, they're just like ethereal and great. You know, go to a restaurant. I want to eat something that I'm like, there's no way I could make that for myself. And when I listen to a song, I really like to listen to someone who like I could never in a million years sing like that or play like that. Ween makes me feel that way.
I could listen to you talk about Ween all day long.
All day.
Oh, because it's like this is like how you felt when you discovered it, like 40 years ago.
I didn't have
25, but
I never had your gifts like this.
Well, yeah.
Jen in the chat wants to know, will you do Katie and David Get Married again when this is all over? And she would love to come out to go see it.
Yeah.
What about doing it? Could you do it Could you do it on the internet?
We certainly could.
We could. I don't know. There's music in it. And so it's sort of like it's two voices, two instruments at a time. I don't know. It seems really difficult.
We
like
could definitely do it.
David's a very positive person.
I mean,
have you ever heard him talk about Ween?
We were supposed to do it at the Edmonton Fringe in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. This
That
summer.
got canceled, which makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
And maybe we'll do it next year, but we'll definitely do it again. Hopefully later this year somewhere. The last time we did it in New York was at Christwood Union Hall, which was so great. And then we did it in Colorado in January, which was so fun.
Yeah, that was a nice, like, one of the last things we got to do before this all happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah. There's a lot to look forward to, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what? No, there is. So, like, I'm excited. I'd like to hug someone other than Stacy. I enjoy that immensely, but like I like talk to my friends and I want to hug all of you. I want to like give a big squeeze. I'm a big hugger.
No, I miss hugs.
We don't hug in this household.
Never. Never.
Chocolate.
There is a pillow between them right now.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Before this, right before we started, I sent my buddy Nova the song Poncho. That's like it's our friendship love song to each other. And I was playing it on my phone, and Stacy didn't know that I had sent it to him. And I was like, come dance with me. And we like started dancing together. And then she heard the lyrics and she goes, "I'm not Nova," and pushed me away.
Whoa.
Anyways, is Sarah back? No, she's still going. Great. Will, why did you tell us about the song, Will?
Well, we didn't get to do much research for today, but I thought about some poppy goodness that Sarah Peel might love, and this was the first song that popped in my mind.
Good enough for me, Will.
Hey, Sarah Peel.
Hello.
So
Hi.
what'd you think?
I don't know how you could not like that song. I don't know.
Fucking thank you. Thank you.
Remember, you have to give yourself a wedgie while.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Coughing.
It was unpleasant for me because it made me feel too good.
And that's it. You said it.
I forgot to be mad at myself.
Very good.
Yeah, it's just it is a pure pop song.
For real, yeah. Like it's
And like love song. Go on.
guys, these three songs sound like three totally different bands. So I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's why.
What an embarrassment of riches it would have to have a band that could do that. That's
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like, what other bands do that? I don't know.
None that well.
Humphreys McGee.
Nope, not them. I don't know. I shouldn't. I've never actually heard an Humphreys McGee's songs. So.
Well, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you one Humphreys McGee song that I recently discovered. It is a mashup of Ace of Spades.
You lost me.
And it's going to be a long night.
All right. Okay.
You got me back on board a little bit.
Yeah.
Which Ace of Spades?
Motorhead's Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades.
Remember when I played that "It's Gonna Be a Long Night" song for you at the very first God Ween Evan with Sarah?
Mikey, what was the name of that song? We were texting about it the other day.
I dismissed it right away because you were being a jerk.
Right on.
It's called Ace. It's called Ace of Long Nights off the album Zanki.
Nope.
It's excellent.
You lost me, and then you had me for like a split second, and then you lost me twice.
I will also say it's the only Humphreys McGee song that I know.
Oh, well, there you are.
Yeah.
Sounds like one too many.
Yeah.
All right, great. Katie, were you about to say something?
I wasn't. Now I forgot what it was, but that's okay.
All right. It'll come to you, I bet.
I think it's done.
Should we do some Bugnai?
Yeah, let's do some Bugnai ratings.
Let's start with David Carl. David Carl, what would you give the two Ween shows? How many Bugnai would you give the Ween shows you saw in February? It's a scale of 0 to 5. 5 being the best, 0 being not as hot for you in that moment.
All right, so I'm actually going to give the first night a 5 because it was Valentine's Day and they delivered a Valentine's Day show. And I think that's I think that's a fine thing to do to adjust for the night and the crowd.
Real pros, right? Real pros.
Oh, also that night was a birthday present to me. My birthday is in November, and David got me tickets to the Ween show. Thank you, Paul and Will and Mikey for making that happen.
So that was I'm already out of 5 with that. Then obviously the second night was a 5. I don't need 5 isn't high enough for the
Where would you go? How high would you go?
5 times 5. I'll go 5. I'm gonna be reasonable and make it an exponent. It's just one.
Great.
Is that good enough for you, Paul?
I'm like I said, David Carl's burgeoning love affair with Ween is something that means the world to me.
Mm-hmm.
I care more about him liking Ween than Evan. I mean, because I think David really gets it. Evan went through the fucking motions, and he had he had one good night, 2 good nights maybe, but he couldn't say he could never fucking put into prose what this motherfucker just said about what it feels like. Really be moved at a fucking molecular level, man.
Well, yeah, it really did, and it's like it doesn't feel fake. It's just like like it hit me at my core.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for.
I think we maybe do a rebranding of the podcast to move away from God Ween Evan and just turn it into a full La Carl Caracha.
Yeah, La Carl Caracha.
That's good.
I think he has to paint pussycats the whole time.
Pussycat update. How we doing?
It really helps. Oh, yeah. Okay, so what I've done is I've highlighted the tail a little more. I don't know if you can see.
Fucking gorgeous.
It's
so
beautiful.
More shadow on the back, so there's a little bit more three-dimensionality.
Do you find cats or dogs harder to do?
Great question.
I find cats easier because most of their faces look exactly the same.
I was gonna say I feel like dog faces are different. Maybe I'm just biased as a dog owner, but like
dogs are all so different, and so you have to make sure you're doing it right because the owner knows their pet really well. You don't want to
I don't want to be specious, but like cats all look the same to me, man.
No, they really
Specious.
Occasionally get a one-eyed cat. That's pretty fun.
Oh.
Yeah, but
it's great for them.
Yeah, well, they're used to it at this point.
Yeah, it's true.
Good. So Sarah, what Paul's song today was Zoloft on a scale of 0 to 5 Bugnai. What do you give it?
Okay, all right. I'm very bad at rating things. Because I was going to say 4.
Great number.
Not because I didn't love it, but because I think I liked another song better.
Yeah, that's a great number. I think that sounds great. It's really high for me, actually.
That is super high for Paul. These are big numbers.
Oh man, good. Wow, I could never be a teacher. I just want everyone to be happy. I'm like, you get an A, you get an A.
You get an A.
Oprah.
Mrs. Peel went totally Oprah today and gave everybody an A.
I had a teacher at my Christian school in 9th grade that did that.
Sorry. Oh no.
You're a monster. What are you doing?
Wait, what's happening?
Nothing. I wanted to try something and then I messed up.
Out of control.
David Carl just said, "Monster, what are you doing?"
Sarah, Katie's song was Object.
Okay, here's the thing. I thought I was going to give it a 5, but I think I'm going to give it a 4.5.
4.5.
Only knocking it down because but also
no, that's not a reason.
4.5 is a very good, and I think it gets a half just for it.
You're just finished thought. You're gonna give it a 5, but what?
But I like Will's song. I think a little better.
It's not. They can both be 5s.
Oh, see, I didn't know.
No, I don't think they can. I don't know if they can. I don't know if that's true.
Just about different bands and different genres, and they're all perfect.
They can all be 5s. No, it's honestly, Katie, it did evoke Ethan Hawke for me. So
yeah.
That I feel like that's a big deal.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay.
So Stay Forever, you're gonna give it a 5?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Which I think is good for Will because I think usually he gives me the songs that I'm like, no.
You've given me the only 0 that's ever been done on this podcast.
Oh, that's right. Because you made me listen to an insane song. It was something about chickens.
Pollo Asado.
Yeah.
Wait.
Everybody see the size of that chicken.
Wait. Are we almost done, or do we have a tiny second?
We can go for as long as we want. I think.
Yeah. We can't, but we have time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mixed messaging. I think we should play Sarah one song.
Oh no.
It froze.
Breaking up.
Katie, come back.
What's the
Am
what's the
I'm here.
song?
Oh, you're
Can you
back.
see me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can see you and
I
hear
think
you.
we should play one song that we were gonna play for Evan for Sarah.
Oh, great. Do you
I like the sound of this.
Do you care
Me
which,
too.
which one do you want to hear?
Fuck Jim.
Oh, great. I like
Great.
that. This will be our out. Should we give it our? Should be our outro music, or should we just?
Yeah, and we'll
I
just
want to
when
watch
it's-
Sarah's face.
Yeah, I want
listening.
Sarah. Yeah.
All
I need to put it in my
we're just gonna
phone,
go.
or-
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna play this next song until it turns off or whatever, until Mikey turns us off. So thanks everybody. Sarah, thanks so much for doing this.
Yeah, thank
Thanks
you
for
so much.
having me.
Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Amazing.
Everybody, stay safe. Be kind. Be patient. Be gentle.
Yeah.
Unless someone gets in your personal space
Yeah.
and tell them.
Sarah, do a search for The Fucked Jam.
The what?
The Fucked Jam off Quebec. We're not going to
Okay.
hear it from that, Paul.
That's what played through my speakers. That's what would happen because I was like, oh, let's just
Yeah.
try it.
I'll play that shit.
Yeah.
Mixed messaging.
Wait, I don't know what it's.
The Fucked Jam
Sarah's face.
I can email it to you. Would that be better?
through Spotify. I can text her.
Is she doing it? This is so interesting to everybody.
Yeah, I think it's like the
Oh,
F
wait, Jen.
hyphen.
Jen, to find David's show, you can go to trumplear.com.
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 Sarah, I'm texting it to you.
Okay.
Send.
Is she listening to it? Is she?
Oh yeah.
I
It'll be the same.
Just plug it in, Paul. Turn that shit up. Are you in, Sarah?
Oh, I think she's in.
Crank it, Paul. Crank it, Paulie.
She just keeps composure. I needed to do this.
Not recognized.
This is so
Thank you for watching God Ween Evan, the podcast. Higher Will.
5.0.
Will, stop taking the sound. Be kind. Be gentle. Be patient.
How does Sarah's hair look so good this far into quarantine?
I know.
She's a goddamn witch.
Call your grandmother. Call your parents tomorrow. Tell them that you love them. Tell your parents that you love them. Even if it's a lie, tell your parents that you love them. Tip your pizza man all $10. Every time you order pizza, tip $10.
All right, we out.